to you made a difference, and tell us about those women.
So most of the women included in the book are just local women who are making strides within their communities. They are from different ethnicities. And this was just to showcase young women that you can be whatever you want to be in the world, and you do not have to wait for celebrities to do it. You can make a change, and there are women already doing that within our communities.
So how many women, and I'm assuming that you have many different age groups of women, or are they just young women?
No, the age ranges from 30 all the way to the 60s.
And how did you find them? Are these people that you had connections with?
I had connections with some of them, and I also went on the internet and introduced myself to women I saw doing powerful things, and I said, hey, I'm working on this project, can you join me? And they were like, yeah, we'll do it. So that's how I got to know some of the women.
And I'm sure some of them consider you an empowering woman as well.
I guess so, and I'm happy about that, yes.
So you met all of these women who are making strides in their communities, making, the world a better place in many different ways. How did you, first of all, come up with that group? And if you can give us a few examples of why you chose some of these women, why you just chose to feature them in your book.
Okay, so I've been working with young women for over 15 years out here in the Twin Cities doing a college preparation program. And the women spoke so poorly about themselves and their gender, talking about women being in competition because it's in our genes, and also women cannot make change in the world unless you're a celebrity, and I thought that was very limiting. So I went out there to look for women who had different skills and talents based on some of the things that girls in the high school talked about what they wanted to be in the future, but didn't feel like they could do it, and also the idea of not being complete as a person because you're a woman and you needed a man to complete you. So I wanted to debunk that myth, and I went out there looking for women who could, already doing that in their own lives, and also showcasing my grandmother, who was a very empowered woman and taught me a lot about being self-sufficient as a woman.
Do you think this is meant for younger women, teenagers, or women of any age?
Women of any age. We're actually targeting ages 25 to 35, because that's the age group the teenagers look up to. So it's like calling on this group of women to be better role models for this generation and the present generation, the next generation to come.
Describe this as an African philosophy of Ubuntu. What is that? Because that kind of weaves its way through the chapters of this book.
Yes. So the African philosophy of Ubuntu specifically just states that I am because you are, that as humans we are all interconnected and interdependent. So when we talk of women's empowerment, most often men think it's like a battle of the sexes, but it's not. Whatever happens to women ends up affecting men. So if we can learn to deal with gender disparity, to give women the equality that they deserve, we make the world a better place, because we are all interconnected and interdependent.
And going along with that, you do have a chapter about empowering men as well.
Yes. My grandfather actually was a man ahead of his time, and he believed in equality, and so he did that in the way he raised his kids, including his grandkids. And he helped to change a generation of men. And so that was a man I thought was very empowering, and I wanted to get out there and look for other men who believed in equality and were doing some kind of a work towards helping women and girls be all they were created to be, and educating men about gender disparity.
That's right, because we do have to work together.
Yes, we have to work together.
We need more women leaders to then bring in more women. And I'm glad you brought the men into the fold here. So this is the first of 3 books that you have that you're writing. Can you tell us about the next 2?
Yes, the next 2 as well are going to be based on women from dealing with financial problems, which is a big theme in the book, and also abuse. A lot of the girls talked a lot about that. We were talking about some of the ways women and girls are still being held back in society, and the theme of financial dependence kept coming up, and also abuse in relationships.
You've got your book launch this Thursday. Can you tell us quickly where it is, what it's all about?
It's going to be at the Brooklyn Park Community Activity Center. That's 5600 85th Avenue in Brooklyn Park. And we'll have a panel discussion. I have 2 women joining me to talk about the reason why women and men need to work together to end fight against gender disparity. We talk about how the work we're doing right now with women and girls is making a difference in the Twin Cities and anywhere else that we work. So that's what it's going to look like. And then we have some book signing, of course.
LaBelle Nambangi, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Best of luck. Obviously, her book is called Who Soar. It's available at major retailers right now. Also on